Hi, this is Mark. Congratulations. You have found this amazingly awesome show. Chances are you're listening to it right now on whether it's iTunes or Stitcher Radio or some other mobile app that allows you to stream this amazingly awesome show to your ear holes. And I can't stress how awesomely amazing this show really is. But did you know that you can also catch the latest episode of this show on the Tangibound Network? That's right. Go check out tangiboundnetwork.com. You can look them up, and you can listen to it right there. It's even mobile friendly. What more could you ask for? Which means you can pull it up on your iPhone or your Android, even your Windows phone. Yeah, who has one of those? But still, point remains, you can do it. You can do it. Check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com. Listen to this show, the latest episode, every time. Check it out.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Salty Language presents The Enthusiast.
I'm just kidding.
Wait, hold on, I got some music.
All right.
Wait.
Macaroni.
Wait.
What's that, Brian?
Familiar.
That's the wrong intro music right there. Nobody wants to hear that.
Sounds familiar, right? Sounds really catchy.
Brings back
memories of quality.
Yeah. Well, I want to welcome everyone listening to a new episode of Graphic Language. I'm one of your hosts, Brian.
I'm one of your other hosts, Tony.
And joining us today, the very special, sexy, deep VF, the Velvet Fog.
Evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
And Nickel. No.
Yep. I also just joined you. I heard VF was coming on the show, and I was like, wait up, guys. I want to be on the show, too.
Yeah,
you can't forget about
Fucking A right.
Doc Thirst.
Yeah, right.
Fucking A right.
He's here too.
Thirst.
Yep. We got the whole crew together. It's a kind of a behind the music thing.
Fucking reunion show.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know, right? Who knew?
Yeah.
Cause we didn't even know.
Yeah, we wanted. Well, it was a surprise, because we wanted to get everybody back together because of you guys, reaching your impending doom here in a few episodes. For those who may not know, Graphic Novice, once they hit 100 episodes, their contract runs out, so there may not be any more after that.
I'm assuming ritual suicide.
That's the plan.
Nice,
I think. You're on board with that, right, BF?
Yeah, there's a comet coming soon, and we gotta make it in time. We got to meet our brothers. So as soon as Craig would stop being lazy, JJ needs to get off his ass so we can finish this up, so we can drink our Kool-Aid and get on the Starship of Love.
Don't scuff up your snazzy white sneakers.
Yeah, it's a good point.
No,
I've heard you can't get in if you have scuffed up sneakers.
No.
I've kept mine in the box. Not wearing them till the right day.
It's the right move.
Yeah, I forgot about the comet people. That's the thing.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you guys had a method picked out, but you already answered that, so there you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ritual Skype suicide.
Yeah. Wow. What a way to go.
Right. Yeah, I'm just imagining Craig's going to be like, did you actually do it, VF?
Yeah. VF is just going to
silence. He's going to be like, "Oh shit, disconnect."
Yeah, VF is just going to sign off.
That's the way it goes. I think it goes the other way.
Yeah.
I just drink up the Kool-Aid, and you'd be sitting there not drinking the Kool-Aid, VF.
Well,
you'd leave me.
Because Kool-Aid's full of sugar
by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't no sugar-free Kool-Aid on the Comet.
I'm gonna need a keto recipe for suicide.
Bacon. So much bacon.
There you
I
go.
want to die, but I don't want to be fat while I'm doing it.
Well, you gotta leave a good-looking corpse. I mean, if you're gonna
Just
die.
think of the pallbearers.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 Do you know how bad sugar is for you? Yep.
Especially
All right.
right as you're planning. That would be great, though. Someone's planning on killing themselves, and they're sitting there, discussing it with a friend that's going to be there or something like that. And they're like, no, I want Kool-Aid, but I want sugar-free Kool-Aid. And they're just like, really, you're going to die. You can't just have a little bit of sugar right then. Like,
I have a few allergies I'd like to discuss with you guys before we do this.
if I have peanuts, they'll
can't
just
have
kill
I have
me.
a terrible nut allergy.
Yeah.
Or everybody's drank it already, and then you're like, oh wait, is this the sugar free?
Yeah. I can't have
Nobody's there to
sugar.
respond.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just don't want to take the chance
Yeah.
today. I'm feeling a little bloated already, guys.
Yes.
I don't want to feel bad on the Comet, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick with water.
Right.
So yeah, ending at 100. Yeah, it's been in the planning stages since
About 6 years
November,
or so now?
December.
Yeah.
6 months, something like that. Yeah,
Maybe longer.
really been
Since
dragging
about
on.
87, 88, that's when the rift took place.
Yeah.
And it's sort of just I think we toughed it out for a couple episodes.
Yeah, it really
No,
kind of feels
they-
like you're staying together for the kids now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the astute listener picked up on some little sort of intricate details that you could hear probably in those late 80 episodes.
Mhm.
And then we're like, okay, this is coming to an end. So,
Yeah.
but, we didn't want to end just all of a sudden. We wanted to give everyone fair warning.
Mhm.
So we did a multi-part ending.
And it gives you a chance to put out that big collector's issue at the end. So,
This is true.
Well, yeah. Everybody records for the trades now, right?
Yeah.
So it just works. It works better on vinyl if you do your podcasts in
Sure.
blocks of 10.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the vinyl box set at the end. It's nice.
Yeah, that's going to be,
Looks
that's
good
what,
on the shelf.
Yep. That's what everyone's waiting on. They can't wait
20
for that.
records.
That's 20 records.
Is it going
of
to
the
have
smoothest
the
days.
extremely rare Creed Power Hour?
Ooh, well, not the Death of Graphic Novice 20 record box set. That because that falls in the 80s somewhere, I believe. Or am I wrong? The hell number was that?
I don't remember.
Pulled it, so I
It
don't
was
even
in the
know. Remember that
90s,
thing?
I think. That's going to have to be a small 45 bootleg, probably.
Yeah.
I like that. Collectors Club exclusive or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think so. You have to join the After Demise fan club.
That makes sense.
To get that one, yeah. That'll be a little one, but like really special.
With all the director's cuts and all that kind of stuff that starts coming out afterwards, like, Tupac released albums after his death,
For sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
Yeah, there's
hologram
actually
graphic
7.
novels.
There's 7 more Creed Power Hours that we've never put out there, so those will come out after death.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
Please let this be a thing.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good idea. I think it might be a thing.
I think you should
my
do
God, I
one
hope
in
so.
between each of your... You should have been doing this a while ago and done one in between each of your episodes.
Just draw it out with Creed.
Yeah.
I feel like I could do that retroactively.
Yeah, that's true. You could.
I could fit 10 Creed Power Hours between 99 and 100.
Oh, that's true. You could. Yeah.
That could be a thing.
Oh, man.
Like 99.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. They would progressively have more Creed and less of me. But I don't think anyone's going to complain about that.
Well, is there going to be anything off of... Because I'm looking at their discography now, because I have to. Off of 2009's Full Circle.
Naturally.
Because it makes sense. It's full circle, too. It all ties itself together.
Well, and I mean, that's a very defining album for Creed, the Full Circle, the Full Circle album, right? So naturally, like, I have no idea.
No one does.
I kind of want to listen to it, to be honest.
I didn't think I'd get called out on that. I was really hoping you guys would just nod and be like, well, Nickel knows his Creed, so it's probably the defining album.
Yeah.
How many albums, if you're looking at their discography, how many albums did they put out there, the Creed?
Well, do you want to know their studio or their compilations?
Studio.
Just the
Nobody cares
studio.
about compilations, just studios.
They have 4.
4?
My Own Prison,
4.
Human
Okay.
Clay, Weathered, and Full Circle.
Okay.
Although
Well,
one
I
of the
can-
compilations is With Arms Wide Open, a retrospective. Ooh.
That's good.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know.
There you go. I have With Arms Wide Open.
Yeah.
It's like coming home.
That's what we
Why
like to
wouldn't I
do.
not
We
have
like to
that?
make people comfortable when they come on, you know. So, and
It's working, boys. It's working.
now, Tony, be careful. We don't want to get these two like. Oh my goodness! No, we're not doing comic news yet. What are you doing?
Oh. My bad.
Straight up Creed.
Yep.
If
Man.
just one Creed fan comes out of the woodwork because of what we've done here today,
Yeah.
it's all worth it.
I agree. Well,
True.
it'll help us advertise
True.
the episode too, you know, because we can say that Creed made an appearance on the episode. So,
You're goddamn right.
yeah,
Yeah, throw
Yeah.
that in the thing.
boom,
There'll be those 5 Creed fans left. They'll be like, holy shit, let's listen to that.
yeah,
Well, those 4 Creed fans, it's Scott Stapp.
yeah.
Yeah, Stapp will be like, I don't remember that. Let me check that out.
What happened? I did a podcast. It's an
Yeah.
honor.
Oh, all right,
Fucking A, I did.
yeah. There's a guy in one of the Twitter groups I'm in that posted a picture of Scott Stapp's like solo tour or whatever of him playing very small venues, and you know, I like the one around here. You know, normally if someone remotely big comes around here, they're hitting, you know, Cleveland, Columbus, that kind of area, Detroit. And he's hitting like the, I don't know, it's something like the Akron Student Union or something like that. So, yeah, I was like, ooh, I was like, who's
For the high school.
seriously lining up for that? Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like one of their assemblies or something.
This is him just getting more intimate with his fans, guys.
Yeah.
This is not a laughing matter. This is a down to earth artist here.
So you're going to see him then? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah,
Following him around?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Damn it.
Yeah. That's wait. Is this the real reason why Graphic Novice is coming to an end? Because you're going to become a Stappy?
Fucking BS following Scott Stapp around. We've told a lot of lies, a lot of deception out there, trying to keep people off the true reason.
Just
Graphic
two
Novice is
Uber
in.
cars following each other.
I'm trying to start a new Grateful Dead movement, but for Scott Stapp.
Right. There's a lot of
Two
people
dudes.
who'd love to see him as dead.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
2 dudes on stolen bikes. Scott Stapp and BF following him
Yep.
With their CIA
around the countryside.
I think VF is classy enough
Scott
to
Stapp
not
with his
ride a
backpack.
bike. Yeah, VF would roll around in like a town car or something. Yeah, he's pretty classy.
Well, it's true. I mean, VF, you are the only non-enthusiast guest we've had that has an episode named after them.
Yeah.
It's like an honor and stuff.
It's true.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's right.
Right?
Yeah,
It is.
True.
Yeah.
Is this an enthusiast episode?
Yeah.
Or is this an like actual
No,
numbered
this is
salty?
This is an
language?
enthusiast one, even though I didn't introduce it as such.
Yeah, we were too busy playing around with sound.
Yeah.
We needed to know that because naturally we will tailor our responses and stuff
Sure,
accordingly.
sure. Yeah.
We have different personas, whether we were on Salty Language or enthusiasts. So
Understandable. We're the same
we can
way.
govern
Yeah.
ourselves accordingly now, VF.
Right, like when Tony and I were each on Graphic Novice to do the,
Sorry, what's that?
you know, the book review. You know, we were totally different than we are on here or on the regular show. You know,
Super fancy.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Men
Naturally.
of men
You
of
guys work
leisure.
fancy.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, Brian, men of leisure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys really brought classy versions of yourself for the book reviews, I found. You guys classed it up a bit.
Yeah, that's what we tend to do. Everybody knows we are the classiest podcast around.
Yes, naturally.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying you're not classy normally, but I feel like you really brought like the smoking jacket and pipe versions of yourselves when you did the book review.
Isn't that how you guys read your comics? That's how we do.
Yeah, but we just don't expect everyone else to.
Okay.
We have a comic book podcast. Of course, that's what we do.
Right.
But
I can only assume your butler holds your comics as well.
Yeah,
with gloves and stuff. I don't need them getting all fingerprinted.
Oh no, you don't want some peasant touching your books with their poor flesh.
Those grubby helper paws.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you guys are bringing this up with a hint of sarcasm, but I don't know how other people read their comics. That's just silly. Those things are worth a mint. You don't need paw prints all over them.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
My Uncanny X-Men 17, I'm sure, is shooting up in value right now.
Along with your Howard the Duck run.
2017 version, number 17.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Because nobody's buying them anymore, so I'm positive that they have to be going up in value just based on rarity.
Clearly.
This is true.
It's good. Are any of us economists? I think that's how it works.
I mean, I've taken like 3 economics classes, but I don't know that I would, that doesn't qualify me, so I'll just pretend your math is right.
Agree to disagree. I think you're an economist. All
right, I'm putting it on my resume right now.
Yeah, add it.
Yeah. Can one of you guys spell resume? Huh?
Well, really, what would you think the percentage of Americans that have 3 economics classes under their belts would be?
Yeah, probably not a large number. Because the first one I took was in high school, and that was an elective class. So
okay,
yeah,
and then two college/university level economics classes.
Yeah,
I would guess. Say 10% of the population would have that many economics classes under their belt?
I honestly have no idea, but sure.
Is that a fair? Could you go for that?
As a numbers expert, I would say yes.
That means you're economically smarter than 90% of the country.
That's terrifying.
So I'll take your advice.
Yeah, that's not good.
All right, Brian, we're starting a new podcast.
You're right.
Economics.
Yep.
With Brian and Frederick.
Yep. Exactly.
So
it sounds official.
For anybody who isn't already familiar with your podcast, which I don't understand how that can happen.
Can happen.
What is it that you guys did for on over on that show?
PF's going to answer that one.
Okay.
Well, we for a while we actually reviewed comic books for about maybe 50 or so episodes. We were really super serious about it. Mm-hmm. We were doing specials, weekend stuff, and then it just sort of like progressively started to crumble. And
like any great civilization.
Yes.
Exactly. Rome was burning by after a couple of years of recording. So now we just kind of end up bullshitting a bit, and then we end up talking about books we might buy within the next couple of weeks. And then we don't talk to each other for about 2 more weeks. But then eventually one of us will get a text saying, "Oh, you be ready to record something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so, sure."
No, and then it's like no, and then 2 more weeks go by, and then eventually we put all our differences aside and try to crank out something.
It makes sense,
right?
Yeah.
Well, once you guys started sleeping in 2 different bedrooms, everyone noticed.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
Now
it's tough to keep it together.
Would you guys say that the beginning of the crumbling was when Doc Thirst left, or was it before that?
Fucking A right.
I would like to say that we had a real spike in quality right after Doc Thirst left. Like things just got real good for a while. And
like we're hitting our stride.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I think it was one of those things. Yeah, I think maybe I'm not sure like the exact terminology, but when things just get too good, that is almost a part of what brought us down.
Like when you guys titled
that, you flew too good close to the sun.
Yeah,
there you go.
I was going to say, like,
was what I was
when they called their episode Bigger Than Jesus, I was getting worried. So, you know,
Bigger Than Jesus.
That was a mistake. 1
through 4 were like,
yeah.
That's
we're the Graphic Novice podcast. We're bigger than Jesus.
Yeah.
I still believe we were, guys. I still believe we were. But then things started to happen. I don't know. We were still trying to talk about comics, but underneath, in the deep underbelly of Graphic Novice, something was rotting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it just, you guys know.
Yeah.
I mean, we could prop ourselves up with the glory of recording without thirst, the Moon Wars of Victory, just carrying Danger Entertainment on our backs, but eventually all the adulation and awards and the women, the money, it wasn't enough to mask the problems we had underneath.
That's understandable. We understand the Danger Entertainment thing since Michael has taken the title from you guys and placed it on us since you're, in your glory days, basically, or, you're into your golden years, essentially. And yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's, when you first get that cross to bear. I imagine you guys are having some struggles just to sort of adapt to the weight of that network.
Yeah,
Dragging Beagley with you the whole way. Come on, we got you. We'll send a few listeners your way, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
We know how it is. Beagles.
So the rumors that have gone around that that you guys were holding out for bigger contracts, is that true, or is that or was it just that you were actually just ready to step aside?
BF, you want to take that one?
The contracts were true. When we were, up in the prime, they were being thrown at us left and right. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes you kind of hold out like for the better deals. And eventually the deals start becoming less and less, and the numbers get lower and lower.
Yeah.
I think we kind of waited. We played the game a little too long, the wait game. So the offers been kind of lowballed lately.
That probably has something to do with Tony and I also, because, with them already having the behemoth in waiting,
plus Brian's such a numbers expert.
Yeah, plus with my numbers expertise,
Yeah, they must have consulted Brian.
No, I had nothing to do with the contracts. I heard Beagley did, though, so that might be the problem.
Right?
Yeah, he kind of left us hanging.
And he's actually going on a hiatus as well.
Boy.
Yeah.
Collusion?
Something's fishy there.
Yeah. I think we should look into this. Maybe I'll cut this part off because I don't want I don't want them to know we're on to him.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want to stick your podcast right in the heart of this conspiracy theory either, because you're going to get a lot of unwanted attention.
Yeah, that's true. That makes
but
a
it's
lot of
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces here. Around. So all sort of contribute to us not having a podcast anymore.
So if Beagley's going on a hiatus too, that really puts VF in a real sticky spot, doesn't it? Because wasn't that your plan for this falling through, VF?
That was my final plan. Yeah, it was. Oof. And then I get this. I start listening to the next screen. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be good, guys. This is gonna be great. Mm-hmm. Let me see what they have to say about me gonna be on it now. And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have the show on hiatus for a few months. So sorry everybody who's listening. And I'm like, what the hell?
Like, what about
my whole big plans have just fallen through. I'm just in an empty void of I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, you've got
golden parachute.
Yeah, you've got a family of chickens to feed. I mean, you can't just walk away from your responsibilities like that. What's going to happen now? Do you have any other offers on the table that you can talk about, of course.
No, that was kind of it. I put my chickens in one chicken eggs in one basket.
Wow, I really set you up for that.
This might be a good time to direct people towards your GoFundMe page.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Eat the chickens.
I'm not sure how the laws are in the part of the country you live, VF, but you can always pimp your chickens out.
That seems odd.
Start breeding them. Start using them for sexual.
That wording is a
happenings.
little weird, VF. Or
Stances.
Nickel. That makes it sound like
Leaving
he's
it
going to
sexual.
directly use them for sexual things.
Sexual chickens?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, the pause. That was probably an internet problem. I'm much too clever to pause mid-sentence.
Right,
like that.
right.
Sexual Chickens could be a good band name, though.
Or
That
good,
would be
a good episode
band
name, too, yeah.
Just saying.
I got nothing to do in a couple of episodes, so I'm going to explore some of these ideas that get thrown around. Look, keep your eyes peeled for sexual chickens coming out of the north soon. Just me.
That sounds like a
It's me and a
threat.
washboard and an old jug.
And a chicken.
Jug band.
That's a strong band right there. You know, if you play your cards right, you might be able to open for Manjalele
That's true.
if Tony and I decide to go on tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. He goes, well, I can keep me in mind, Gus, because I don't have chickens to feed, but I can only live off my stores of fat for so long, and then
Wait, you have mountains
start
of
getting in trouble.
you have mountains of wealth via your comic books, though, like your Howard the Duck, first runs. And,
Yep, full run,
yeah. So
volume 1, baby.
I mean, I think
I guess
you've planned ahead.
Yeah, well,
Very much so.
Yeah.
fuck. I love like watching investment strategies and just shows and stuff like that, and just shaking my head at them because I'm like 5 steps ahead with my comic collection. So.
Yes.
Everybody's like, "Oh, the economy's so uncertain. We don't know what Trump's going to do." I'm like, doesn't matter. I got comics. Like, I'm fine either way, guys. Don't worry.
Everybody knows.
Greatest investment on the planet.
Sitting on a throne built out of long boxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also living in a house
Yeah.
built out of long boxes because, your other one
Fairly
gets
soon.
repossessed. Yeah.
I wish those long boxes were waterproof because shit's
Yeah.
going to get ugly when it rains in the house of long boxes.
Well, what you need to do is bind them together somehow. You need to get the waterproof ones, bind them together, then you have a raft also in the event you need it.
Yeah. That's a good
Goddamn,
idea.
comics are so versatile. I should buy more.
Well,
Yeah. Missing out.
don't try and,
Investment?
nosing in on Nichols' wealth there, Tony.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Investment, flotation device, habitat, comics.
Yeah, Nickel, I picture you like living in the woods like John Rambo defending your murder cabin from what I've heard on your last episode.
That's going to happen pretty soon. We're heading into expropriation pretty soon, so
Right.
I will be channeling my inner Rambo fairly soon.
Yeah, definitely punji pits, tripwires, whatever else.
Yeah, I'll send you guys photos. Don't worry. Shit's going to get real
They
pretty soon.
They won't be too detailed though, because you don't want the government to figure out what's going on. But they're just vague cabin shots.
Yeah, you won't be able to tell location or anything like that.
Right.
They'll be closed up, and nothing of the part of the property where the murdering actually happens.
Wow, so alleged
That's too
murdering.
risky. So it'll
Alleged.
just be-
Yeah, alleged murder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
That good catch. Thanks. Yeah. I guess I also have the cabin porn collection that I can sell, so that could come.
You still
in
have
handy.
that?
Yeah, you betcha, buddy. How do you throw something like that out? How do you throw
Like getting rid of a classic car. Why would you do that?
I don't think it's quite the same, but yeah.
Okay,
It's
right.
exact-
Classic car with titties.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, who's throwing a classic car with
yeah.
titties away?
I don't have the heart to throw that thing away. I kind of want to bequeath it to someone. Like, you need this, take it.
Well,
you need these 1960s porn mags with half the pages stuck together.
I got it, guys. I got it. You're going to be the Johnny Appleseed of porn mags. You're going to go around to all the woods, and you're going to spread them out everywhere.
Yes.
For the children to all find.
Yeah, because children don't get that experience anymore.
That's not
bad.
I would also donate them on I've never even thought about this. This just came to me. But on any podcast, since Graphic Novice won't be around, I would donate them for some sort of charity auction. You can buy 50 pounds of stuck together crusty old porn mags.
Wow.
Let's get the bidding going, guys. We're doing it for the kids.
Also found, don't forget the part where it was, they were found in a murder cabin. I'm sure that'll add a couple dollars to the bidding.
Yeah, I'll take some pictures of the cabin before we kind of did any renos or anything like that, so everybody can see the environment that these porn mags existed in before they.
You might be able to extract some DNA and recreate some sort of cabin creep.
Be like a
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, more terrifying though.
Life finds a way.
Interesting. That old dude did some really weird stuff, so it would be interesting to recreate him.
Yeah,
giant stuffed
he's like
animals.
The guy with the ember with the mosquito in it, except it's Craig with his porno mag and this glass case, and he's like, it's from this magazine that we were able to extract the man's DNA and recreate them.
There's just
so much DNA.
Instead of recreating the perv, you never stop to ask yourself, should I?
There's just a bunch of creeps roaming around outside. Yeah, exactly. There's just a bunch of really creepy guys, not like serial killers, but just the types that look in windows and drill peepholes in places and stuff.
Like weird thin mustaches.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just not the real bad guys. Just the guys that drill peepholes and things and stuff.
Yeah,
those guys.
Yeah,
just the guys that make you do a double take.
Yeah.
We've managed to recreate the North American bush lurker.
And over here, the southeastern Northwest Ohio trash panda, and it's just Tony.
Just me.
It's just Tony. Yeah.
That's a museum I'd go to.
Until the park goes awry.
Yeah, well, I was actually going to say until they mistake him for one of the exhibits, but
Exactly.
Yeah. What? How'd you get out?
Bad things happen when the fences go down and drunken Uncle Chet gets out.
Wow. They shouldn't be giving him booze inside the habitat.
They got to feed him his natural.
Yeah, you're right.
Diet.
You're right.
Of cheap bourbon and Popov.
It's true.
Otherwise, they'd have charges of inhumane behavior.
Yeah, that's true.
Against them.
You're right. You're right. All right, fine.
I want this reenactment of Jurassic Park to happen, by the way.
Yeah, I bet you do. You find a new career path.
Star of the show.
Yeah.
Right? When Sam Jackson says, "Hold on to your butts," it's way different. Just saying.
That is so...
Oh, shit.
Oh, my.
Here in Creeptastic Park.
Wow. I think we should open this up right next to Hobo Gulch, actually.
It would be a fine attraction.
Yeah, man. We're going to need half a country for all this, though. So,
all right. It's going to be like Westworld, but creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Let's start saving.
All right.
We need to buy some land.
Definitely.
You're right. You guys may have to do some more podcast episodes to help out.
Yeah, well, we could do some specials. So if we can put our differences behind us and see what we can do.
If nothing else, we'll just get a list of topics and have each of you talk separately, and then we'll just have an engineer put the show together.
We do that already.
Oh, okay. Well, see, there you go. Yeah.
That's how the last 9 episodes have been recorded.
I wondered. There were a couple times.
Rare. This is actually rare. This is the first time because I think we actually scheduled this show before episode 90.
Yeah.
That VF and I have actually agreed to be in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If we hadn't have sort of made that gentleman's agreement before episode 90, you would actually have to speak with us both individually and then try to stitch it together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
yeah.
We're professionals. We'll try to make this work for a few hours here.
Yeah. So
30 minutes.
At this point, is the offers from Danger Entertainment completely off the table, or so there's no talk of moving forward?
Well, I think everybody has their price. Like,
sure, that's what $1 Million Man taught me.
Yeah. I mean, he based an entire wrestling career off that.
Exactly.
We'll see. I don't know. We don't have much time left before we sort of like sell all our podcasting gear at a garage sale or something and walk away for good.
Sure. But I actually think you should put it up for auction, and be like, here's the equipment that was used on, famed podcast Graphic Novice. Because, a flea market or something, you're going to get like, I don't know, $3 or $4 out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be able to get something back out of the money that you bought on that one mic that you used to record, I think, once out at your cabin.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. Since full disclosure, that I did buy a mic for one episode. I was going to take it back. I lost the receipt, but the one episode that was recorded with that mic was the Creed Power Feedback Hour.
Oh, super rare,
man, super rare. Yeah.
So yeah, that
thing's
worth. I don't want to sound pretentious, but I'm guess bidding would be starting at somewhere in the 1,500, 2,000 range for that one.
Seems like a bargain.
So, Creed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, starting bids.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure somebody's going to drive that up.
Yeah.
Until it gets to a fair price, but
right.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, buddy. There's a mic out there that has one episode of Graphic Novice recorded with it, and that episode is the Creed Power Feedback.
Yeah, and it's the rarest, or one of the rarest Graphic Novice episodes that there is.
For sure.
There's only one rare.
Yeah.
It's recorded that and all those murders.
Actually, not the murders themselves, just my commentary after the murders.
Again, alleged.
I mean, alleged, yes.
Yeah. The commentary is not alleged, just it's very not the middle. I talk about potentially hypotheticals.
Yeah, sure, of course. You're reading anatomy manuals at the time. Yeah.
They're called the Elbow River Murders, the podcasts that go with that.
That sounds like a legit podcast.
Alleged Elbow River Murders.
Yeah.
That's my next project.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fantastic.
It's just, it won't be released for a while until
just
they catch up with me.
I was going to say, just like you, if they catch you.
Indeed.
Oh my. What? Wow. I don't think most people knew this about you. So, I like that
I didn't know.
We get the real story here. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not releasing this until, the statute of limitations runs out. Yeah, so.
I didn't know this about me either until we started recording tonight. So. You learn something.
Yeah.
You never stop learning stuff about yourself.
It's true. It's always want to be growing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Growing.
For sure. Never stop exploring.
So, VF, how do these revelations of Nichols make you feel that you've been spending all this time with him?
Relieved. I was feeling guilty for a while about everything, about me moving on to other podcasts and whatnot.
Yeah.
So to see that he's growing, he's learning more about himself every day. Mm-hmm. It's kind of relieving, actually. It's like, I was telling him earlier, I believe he can fly. I believe he can touch the sky.
Right.
I think about him every night and day.
Well, you
I
should
want
write
him
these
to
down.
spread his wings and fly away. You know, I really these things just come to me. These poetry words. I really should start writing them down. I don't know where they come from, but I was just thinking that about Craig. So to hear these things, I'm really proud of him. I think he's really growing as a person, as a Canadian.
Big of you to say.
Yeah. Wow. That is
Well, it's
really,
big of you, given-
really nice to say without being paid.
Given our differences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, full disclosure. I paid.
Oh, all right. Well, I can cut that out. No one needs to hear that part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
That's-
You know the show will be
that's
heavily
a low
edited to
point in
protect
this
everyone.
podcast.
Yeah.
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 We are known for our heavy editing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the time count is, but now so far on the Enthusiasts, I've admitted to being a murderer and paying VF to be my friend.
Yeah.
Where are we going next?
Nickel, full disclosure, we're actually all police officers, and we're just trying to get you to admit to things. So,
But we were playing the long con here.
yeah,
Yep.
you're actually not going to make it to episode 100.
The whole podcast was a farce just to catch you.
Right.
There's no way podcasting ever comes back to bite me in the ass. No way.
Right.
I've never said anything I'll regret.
Until next year, when you see VF has produced a Netflix documentary about the whole the Craig Nichols story.
I better get a cut of that VF. Netflix is paying good these days.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cut me in, buddy. At least 5%.
Probably not. It'll end up being.
Sorry, man, you can.
It'll be like
Sorry, I was going to say, you can't make profits off being a criminal, man.
It's true.
It's going to be the book. If I killed people at the murder cabin, this is how I would do it.
This is how I allegedly did it and recorded it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. I can't stress that enough. Allegedly. It's a really long title.
It's super long.
Yeah.
Really fills up the spine.
It does, yeah. I can't wait to see the author's photo of you with, like a pipe in your mouth and a smoking jacket or something. Or just a, prison uniform, whatever.
Like he's getting ready to read comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my butler holding a comic for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wonder if I get to take my butler to prison with me.
I don't think they let you do that. Well, maybe if you're rich enough.
Maybe.
Well, I don't think they're.
This is
I
Canada
don't
we're
think
talking
they're
about.
so uncivilized
right.
that they would actually make me turn the pages of my invaluable comics.
Yeah.
Without the assistance of a butler.
VF made a good point too.
Prison would be
Canadian
Canada.
jail. Yeah. So
yeah.
They're much nicer up there. So all right.
They just moved me into a small house. Really, that's all it is.
Well, the punishment is you can't hold as many comic books in there.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
It's that's
So you
terrifying.
dig at El Chapo Tunnel. Chapo Tunnel.
El Chapstick Tunnel. Yeah.
El Chapo.
El Chapo. He wears chaps.
Yeah.
JJ Chapo. That's gonna be your prison name.
Yeah.
JJ Chapo.
JJ Chapo.
That's El Chapo's. That's El Chapo's sexually confused brother. El Chapo.
It sounds like it should be a rodeo clown.
Well, he is. He's both.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those,
What a wild
those weren't
life.
mutually exclusive.
Right. I have a Netflix special coming out on him next year.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Making a Chapo?
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Making a Chapo.
I can't wait.
This is going to be a good
Dude,
story.
it's
the title
enthusiast. That might be the title. Yeah,
Title sells itself.
Yeah.
it does, doesn't it?
I think the Edmonton police were trying to frame him.
Mm-hmm.
Me
Probably.
or Chapo?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Okay.
Exactly. Yes.
Sorry, Nickel. We've moved on to El Chapo now. It's
Good.
So,
Let's stay on that.
I feel like we need a person on our podcast named El Chapo now, Tony.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Some swarthy Latin man.
Yes. Yes. Hey, VF, how well do you do a swarthy Latin accent?
Wow. That's a.
Wait.
Jeez. I don't think I can do that. I don't. You put me on the spot there, man.
Well, I was going to say
I could do an Australian. Can we?
No.
Play the Australian.
No, we've already had an Australian.
Chapo's not.
Yeah, so we have an Australian.
Chapo's not Australian.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Plus, we really have a glaring opening for a swarthy Latin man to be our tag team manager. So
very true
for El Tigre and Senor Delicioso. So right. El Chapo makes the perfect manager as well.
Really does.
Yeah.
God damn it, Brian.
I know, right?
It's a tag team I'm rooting for.
Yeah, see?
Not before, but with the addition of El Chapo.
You're right.
Yes and yes.
Yep. He just wears crisp white linen suits all the time, and, you know.
I felt like when you guys proposed it the first time, you guys lacked direction. But now that you've added El Chapo into the mix, I feel like you've really gained some structure in the ring.
Well, we needed his guidance, you know. Before that, we were just two animals unleashed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I got to ask if Craig and Nickel and VF. I'm looking at your damn Skype thing.
Quit acting like we're friends. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
If you guys were a tag team, what's your gimmick?
Well, we already know VF's.
Yeah. I don't even need a gimmick because VF's were in the deep V.
Yeah.
And his finishing.
Whoa. Very deep V.
Yeah, super deep.
Yeah.
Very deep.
And I think, given the nature of the V, I think I don't need to explain what his finishing move is. I think you can start to visualize how he uses the structure of that suit against his opponents.
That's terrifying.
For the finale. Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
So your finisher would be like loose change, right?
Spark. I don't really do much. I
figured
I never get tagged in.
Oh, okay. I was going to say your last name's Nickel, so loose change for your finisher, like you just slap your balls on their face or something like that, you know, until they submit. I don't know.
That's it. Yeah, that could happen. I don't think that's how we're starting out, but that could be the metamorphosis of my character.
The heel turn.
Because VF's already using his privates for his devastating finale. So
are they really private?
Not. Yeah, he's using his Publix.
Now we're talking about a grocery store chain. I don't know where we're going with this.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough to be a tag team with VF because he's just going to steal all the. You know, I feel like you guys are equal partners in your tag team, and then you got El Chapo there.
Yeah, in case things get out of hand.
VF, the deep V is going to be in singles competition, really.
Yeah, that's probably true. So would you be his manager, maybe then, his valet, if you will? Come out in sexy outfits too, you know.
That could work. I think that's. I don't really like to get sweaty, so
understandable.
Yeah, I would prefer just to stand outside the ring and yell stuff at him.
That makes sense.
You know, help out where I can, pass some chairs.
That's a good strategy.
Napkins, stuff.
Yeah.
So you're like his wilderness version of El Chapo, then.
Yeah. In a manner of speaking, for sure. That's as good of an explanation as any.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. VF, very good with this.
Yeah. I'm great, man. Sorry, I'm just listening.
This works for you.
I'm enjoying it. I forgot that I was in a recording here. Sorry. Yeah, it's all great, guys.
Holy shit! The podcast is talking to me.
What?
Whoa!
Wait, I'm VF. Oh man!
I feel like we've thrown out a lot of inside jokes today already.
That's the beautiful part of it. Yeah.
It might be time to look up Moon Wars. At some point, we're going to need to discuss Moon Wars.
Yeah, I guess
because obviously when you guys managed for us to discuss Moon Wars, but I'd really like to have the both of you together, just sort of discuss how it felt as our two podcasts battled for dominance of the moon,
Mhm.
and you suffered humiliating defeat.
All I
you
know
know, what
is I
did
got
that-
lasers. I got lasers.
Yeah, come on. we have lasers, too. We have
Yeah.
lasers. And we have lasers, don't we? Pew, 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 pew.
Oh no, they're using the pew pew
We
lasers.
had lasers. We don't like to use them when not on the moon.
Well, in fairness, Tony
So-
is the Minister of Space Violence, so
That's true.
you
Yeah,
know
it's
he
always
has to
had
have
the
lasers at the
lasers
ready.
on.
Yeah.
It's standard issue, really.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm still actually, in all honesty, trying to remember how Moon Wars came about. I think it was a lot of drinking on our part.
No, it was you that declared Moon Wars.
I
yeah.
wish I could remember what episode.
I
that
don't
happened
know,
in, so I
yeah.
could reference it.
I just remembered you doing something, and then I was like, I think I said something like, "Are you declaring war on Graphic Novice or something like that?" And
then Moon Wars.
then it was a mess. Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Michael Leal dumped all the money that he probably should have spent re-signing you guys onto doing fancy graphics and stuff for, you know, that sound drop.
He did embrace the Moon Wars.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time misrepresenting Moon Wars. I felt like he had a bit of. I think he had a little information. And he tried to extrapolate and discuss his personal take on what Moon Wars was.
Right, right.
I feel like it maybe missed the mark a little bit, but
looking back, I think what he was doing was he was trying to minimize you guys in hopes that it would get your price down.
Could be.
I think Moon Wars turned into a big like negotiating tactic. Maybe we're not giving Michael enough credit for his, you know, his marketing or his geez, I can't think of the word now. Negotiating genius.
Good job, Brian.
Thank you. I'm a numbers guy, not a words guy.
That's true.
I guess when you look at it in hindsight, that would make sense. He was kind of, you know, there we were rising to the top of Moon Wars, obviously, and there was Leo just kind of trying to push us down because he knew like he needed to push to give you guys a push because you guys were taking over.
Yeah, well, and we were already locked into a long-term deal, you know, so if we explode, it just does nothing but benefit him, you know.
Right.
Whereas you guys, if your popularity got bigger, your price would go up again.
Yeah. I would assume, and you guys will have to fill me in on this, but I would assume that you and Leo had already sort of had some backroom negotiations on how things were going to play out if VF and I didn't, you know, fall in line right away. So now when I look back at kind of the way Moon Wars went, it all makes a lot more sense with Leo trying to control Moon Wars when really Moon Wars is not something that should be controlled.
Yeah.
That was just... It's anarchy by its nature, right? So,
he actually told Tony if he didn't bring something up on the show that he was going to cancel our contract. So... yeah, you know, that's actually what started the whole thing, yeah. Since no one will ever hear this anyway, you know, we're just putting it out there, yeah.
Well, of course, naturally.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because obviously anyone knows that if you guys aligned with us, it'd be just too powerful for everything.
Well, we could have just sat on the moon as four kings.
Exactly.
Looking down at everyone, sort of mocking them.
Yep.
But
seems like a great idea.
Yeah, it actually does, yeah. But what are you going to do?
Remember when Macho Man and Hulk Hogan teamed up?
Yeah, Mega Powers, yeah.
Right?
Superpowers.
Yeah.
Mega powers.
Yep.
Fuck the superpowers. What's wrong with me?
It's all right. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess at the time we viewed you as rivals because we knew, you know, we were starting to feel sort of a coldness coming from Michael Leal.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there was the shiny new toy.
Yep.
Just sort of like pushing us out of the way.
He was trying
and really all we wanted was fair compensation for what we bring to the table.
Sure, yeah.
But, you know, I guess you bluff for too long, somebody's eventually going to call you out.
I guess, yeah, that's unfortunate.
I think you should negotiate with him and have him change it from Danger Entertainment to Graphic Entertainment.
Kind of rolls off the tongue better anyway, doesn't
it?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
If not, we're
GE.
going to negotiate for Salty Entertainment. But we're the more adult wing, you know. We're like the
I don't
Adult
mind
Swim of.
Salty Entertainment either.
Yeah.
I think the four of us should just agree that Danger Entertainment has run its course. And let's move on here.
I think you're
like
right.
playing my mystical drop.
Yeah, there's that, and the Blurred Lines drop. Those were good drops. So
Exactly.
we made that
It's
network.
true.
Yeah, we made that network. It's true.
I wonder how Michael Leo's going to feel about this episode when he sees all of his talent
Yeah,
just together conspiring against him.
mm-hmm.
That's going to be tough.
That's true. Yeah, I
He's
don't remember how many episodes
but,
he's got us signed for, but you know, I'm just saying things might get expensive down the road.
Well, he could try to send Union Busters our way, but I mean, we got lasers.
And Creed.
Nobody,
And Creed.
Nobody's squaring off against those lasers.
Yeah. That's what that long-term money can buy, you know? Quality lasers.
Quality lasers.
Yeah.
Sweet ass lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, first enthusiast I've ever pulled a ton of specific sounds just for
That's true, yeah.
them.
Yep.
Man, you guys are actually making me do work for the podcast for once. How
Yeah.
dare you?
Well, Tony, they demand a certain level of excellence.
This is true.
And I think
This
you
is
should
obvious.
respect that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I do, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounded a little disrespectful.
Yeah. You nailed us in a nutshell right there.
Mhm.
We demand a level of quality and excellence.
Right.
That was our tagline for a few episodes, I think.
Right. Like what, 1 through 3, I think? Yeah.
1 through 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I wasn't a part of, so yeah, those were the ones. Yeah.
Are you saying you're not part of the excellence?
Jeff has this thing where he tries he take. Sorry. Oh, what was that?
No,
Just
go
cut
ahead.
out for a minute there.
Go ahead.
I didn't hear. I was just saying before that VF has this thing where he tries to distance himself from certain episodes that maybe didn't have quite the playback value. That's what he does with all the early ones.
Makes sense.
According to VF, he wasn't a part of many of the first 40 episodes, the really good ones. But yet you listen, and there he is.
I've actually heard him say that about every episode at this point.
Yeah.
Well, guys, episode 97. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't part of that one.
Yeah.
98, nah.
Like, I wasn't there. That was just recorded. Like someone, they just took sound drops or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, so let me ask you
Well,
guys.
let
me ask you guys. It's you guys have your Salty Language podcast. You have the Enthusiast. You have what's the one you do, Ron? I forgot the name of it.
The Crazy Life. Yep.
Crazy Life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Crazy Life. Yeah, it's like we have probably I'd say between our little specials and everything, a little over 100 or so episodes we've recorded, and obviously it's like we just get sort of like burnt out about it. We've been doing it for like 3 or so years, and we've talked about this, and it's like, what keeps you guys like recording? Because it's like you're literally talking into the void of the internet. You really don't get much feedback, if any at all.
Right.
So it's like sometimes you just sit there and you're like, why am I doing this? Like, what am I getting out of doing this? It's like I can talk shit with my friend like left and right every day. I don't have to sit in front of a mic, record it, make sure it's all okay, edit, put it up online, put up some tag posts, and everything like that. So it's like I was just kind of curious of what, how is it y'all are able to do over, what do you got, 270, 280, something like that now?
The one we
before you sorry. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Nickel.
I just want to say, before you answer that, VF, we explicitly discussed not complimenting Salty Language on this entire show.
It's fine. We compliment ourselves enough that it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna take off my headphones for a bit try to cool off because that was a direct violation.
That was
of our plan.
Look, my green up contract fell through here. I gotta.
Yeah, he's trying to angle. He's trying to figure out a different way to be El Chapo.
Okay, I would back say to why you guys are so awesome.
Probably the legions of fans and all the podcast groupies.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say short answer cocaine, long answer because it's just us just acting a fool to each other. But you know,
for love of the game, honestly, it's just it's fun to do.
Yeah, we do it for hip hop. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I think we would do it if nobody listened, just because we just enjoy doing it.
Well, it depends on how many nobodies. Like if there were literally 2 people downloading, we'd probably be like, maybe we should quit bothering with all the work.
And it's us.
Yeah, right.
Quit bothering the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Quit bothering the internet. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's that. Plus, it doesn't feel like the same thing every week either. You know, that always helps because you know we always try to find random and weird stuff to talk about. So you know, and then the Crazy Life one for me is just it's a cathartic podcast. So that one's a little easier to go into and just have kind of a brain dump and whatever. But we have 295 was the newest episode we put up. Plus, this will be episode 41 of The Enthusiast, and I just posted episode 96 of The Crazy Life. So,
wow, it's insane.
Yeah. Plus, all of the various special appearances.
I feel like The Crazy Life just started yesterday.
Yeah, it feels that way to us too. Because I was like, wow, we're almost at 100 episodes already. So,
what?
So we're
Slow it down.
Yeah.
Quit it.
Yeah, we just started last week.
To make us look bad.
Yeah, we only started a week ago, so I don't know what's with you guys. Yeah.
Fucking, that's insane.
Yeah.
96.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, when did you start Crazy Life?
We put one up, I think, every week, so just about 2 years ago. Yeah, we're working just shy of 2 years. Yeah. I actually think it was.
I guess the other question is why the hell?
What?
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, it's just cutting in a little bit, so my timing is a little off. But my question then is why the fuck is Tony so lazy? Like, where's his side project? You put out 96 episodes of The Crazy Life on top of Salty Language. What's Tony doing but getting drunk on Facebook Live every once in a while?
Well, that's a job on its own.
Yeah, I know. That's a project all by itself.
Tony has a lot of trash to root through as a raccoon.
I'm just waiting for VF schedule to free up so we can do our Keto Cast, of course.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I gotta weigh in.
With El Chapo and Tony.
Nice.
We actually had keto pizza tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My wife's making a pizza now. She uses this like it's a coconut flour to make the bread. It sounds pretty good. We had a barbecue sauce today with some chicken. Some black olives. It was delish.
Sugar-free barbecue sauce.
Sugar-free, yes sir.
Excellent work.
I don't know about that. I haven't met a sugar-free barbecue sauce that I liked yet. So, yeah, that's tough.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, it is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason we're quitting and can't listen to this stuff.
It's just like him talking about board games, which there you go. There's your podcast. You can talk about keto and board games because those two things pair up so well.
My problem is I can't get away from beer. I love beer too much.
Oh, yeah. I hear you. Yeah. I've just condensed my beer drinking to Miller Lite now, and I'm actually okay. I'm okay with it.
Sir, that's not beer. Sir.
Yeah, I understand. I do agree. That is not a beer, but it feels like I'm drinking a beer to me.
No.
I'm just relieved that we finally got to some beer talk on this podcast for the first time.
I figured we were going to get there.
Well, we have to keep our streak alive of like every enthusiast pretty much.
Beer.
Yeah. Yep.
That seems like a waste to me, VF. Like if you're going to cheat on your diet, that's like when Hugh Grant cheated with that really ugly chick on what's her name. Like you're picking the ugliest of beers and cheating on your diet with that ugly beer.
I understand, but it's the one of the lowest in carbs that I can drink.
You need to find yourself a Bell's Two Hearted Ale. That's pretty low, and it's delicious.
Okay.
If you're into IPAs, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind IPAs, but I've kind of gotten bored, or I'm just like, I don't really, the hoppiness of them kind of bugs me after so long of drinking them. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like I don't drink them as often as I used to. So
fair enough.
Yeah,
I did the same thing. I get burnt out on IPAs and then moved into. That's actually what got me to start drinking more porters and stouts. Was I was kind of getting bored with IPAs all the time. So
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You guys have a big honey wheat ales and honey lagers movement going on down there. Everybody's like, all the craft breweries are incorporating honey around here. I think it's like a big thing about like save the bees or something. I think there's more to it, but noticing a lot of honey.
Like we've got quite a few meaderies in Michigan that just make like honey wine.
No, this is like every sort of mid-sized popular craft brewery around here is now producing a like honey something, not a mead by any, like they're pretty light. And actually some of them are their most popular beers. So it's like I think it's a honey wheat ale. It's super popular.
There's a decent amount of those.
Too.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of those around here, but a lot of it has to do with just having tons of breweries around, so there's kind of a lot of almost everything. Yeah. But I've seen quite a few honey wheat beers seem to be, you're right, there seems to be something about them popping up a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe it is a bees type situation.
Mm-hmm. That and sours seem to be the movements.
So question, since you guys are so enthusiastic about beer, I went on a brewery tour this weekend. Given all the things you do around the world of beers, have you guys do you not have a huge itch for like a craft brewery of some sort? I've yet to hear you guys start about like pipe dreams about starting your own craft brewery or anything like that, other than maybe in passing.
Yeah,
I would love to brew beer. I used to. I mean, I got a Mr. Beer for my birthday a couple years ago, and I made the worst beer I've ever had in my life. It was terrible. But I really do want to get into brewing because I like it so much.
From a kit, or are you actually like milling?
It was all from a kit.
Yeah.
It was all from a kit.
Yeah.
It was like this plastic barrel, and then you poured the beer in a plastic bottle. It was terrible. I was like, oh, I couldn't wait to crack into it, and I got my first swig, and it was like shitty vinegar.
Which is exactly what you're looking for a taste in a beer.
Yes.
Shitty vinegar beer by Tony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Delicious. Refreshing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to get into brewing beer. I just haven't really had the time to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way to go on one of those tours and not be like, okay, how can I make this work? I want to open a brewery. Maybe it's just me, but
no, you're probably
everybody
not.
on the tour that I was on was like, so how could I do this? Because it's really cool, and it seems like it'd be really fun. Because half the guys in that brewery looked loaded. I was quite jealous.
Yeah, from a couple of guys I know that work in breweries, they seem like they get a good amount of free beer. So that's certainly a bonus.
Well, one of our past enthusiast guests, Shannon, she's the brewmaster at one of our local breweries here in town. And she started just home brewing out of her closet, basically.
Yeah.
And as a hobby, and now she's brewing beer for a living. So, I mean...
That's actually how that brewery kind of started. That it was there's a group in Toledo that's a home beer, a home brewers group, and one of the guys from there was going to start his own brewery, and then he knew her from there and different stuff. So it's a pretty interesting thing. I'm kind of the same as Tony. It's like I always want to, but I've also heard the stories of how much work it is, and I'm kind of like I don't know if I want to do that much work for. Like I like the drinking part of it, but maybe I could just have a different job at the place.
Yeah. No, for sure. I just wondered
Yeah.
if you guys had ever. You guys started your own, the comic store. I think the natural evolution now.
Yeah.
Start a brewery.
I agree. Yeah.
Salty language brewery.
Sounds good.
We had actually talked about it because we had talked about naming the beers after episodes of the podcast because of how weird our episode names are.
Yeah, can't wait for the Deep V or a Pentagon of kittens.
Yeah.
Well, I just had a double IPA over the weekend. That was the Cat's Pajamas. I mean,
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
there you go. It's possible.
What do you got? Like, how many craft beer breweries do you guys have within driving distance? Say within an hour drive, let's say.
Oh, geez. Within an hour, a lot.
Like, if you guys wanted to go on, like, we're going to go on every...
Let me pull up. I'll just do a little Google map search right around where I'm at.
Yeah. It's probably quite a
Probably
few.
only have about 3 here in Memphis, 3 or 4
Ugh,
local craft breweries.
that's too bad.
Have like Ghost River, Wiseacre. I think there's 1 or 2 more I can't think of that I've been to. So it's like we're behind here on a lot of like these like cool things that happen up north.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks like we lost Nickel, guys.
My professional co-host.
Yep.
It's that Great White North Internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can only assume like a moose took out a pole or something.
That's probably accurate.
Right?
Yeah, here it would be a car. Up there it's a moose. What are you going to do?
Moosing.
Moosing, yeah.
I'm trying very hard to pull up a frickin' thing here. But
Yeah, I was going to say...
my shitty phone is not doing the greatest.
Right. I was going to say, a real, like, if you draw like a 3-hour radius around us, there's so many breweries. And not just Michigan, there's a lot in Ohio too, but there's so many in Michigan within 2 to 3 hours. But there's a good amount within even an hour. There's a ton. I mean, in town alone, we've got, 3 in town, right, Tony? Or 4 now. I think another one opened, didn't they? Or no, that's not a brewery.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can think of off the top of my head in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just in Toledo. So that's without going to like Tecumseh or Ann Arbor's within an hour. Detroit,
right?
There's
my Island's got. I mean, they're everywhere. We're surrounded by breweries here in Michigan. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So, hey, safe to say it's a lot. My phone is not cooperating.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, I can hear you guys again.
Excellent.
Hey, welcome back.
Excellent.
It was getting pretty punchy there at the end, and so if it didn't seem like I was paying attention, it was getting really choppy.
Tony just assumed. Tony assumed a moose took out a pole or something up there.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. I mean, there's clearly an issue on my end because now it sounds better, and you guys are moving in normal, not more digital looking. You guys are actually moving like humans.
Oh,
Before
right.
It was you. I could hear you talking, but nothing was happening on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Not like an 80s video.
Yeah, like Max Headroom.
Right.
That's what you guys look like.
Sweet.
There we go. Well, I just found a terrific website called Brewery Map, and I put in my zip code and did a 50-mile radius from where I'm at, and I got 68 breweries.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the market's crowded here, like for people that are just trying to get into it now, but we would have nowhere near that. Like, I bet you within a 50-mile radius, it's like, and I'm thinking of the ones that actually have a shop set up that you could actually go tour and they would show you something, I bet you we have less than 10 like that, and maybe another 10 that are just kind of smaller sort of garage style setups.
Tony, do you still have that site up?
What's up, Lo?
I said, do you still have that site up?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you go to basically what would be 2 hour or 3 hour away? I'm just curious how much
it's 5, 10, 25, 50, or 100 mile radius.
All right, we'll do 100 real quick just to see, because you did 50
Just
before and it was 68. I'm just curious what that number goes to.
If I do 100, it's 195 breweries.
Yeah.
Holy.
See, that's what I was saying is about 2 hours or so. It really, there's a lot in close areas, and like Grand Rapids has got, a good amount in it just for its own sake.
Grand Rapids isn't even in that.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that sort of specific to where you guys are in the country, or is this a phenomenon like all across the states right now?
I really think it's kind of where we're at, because Michigan beer is a huge business. Yeah. And I think it's kind of spread it down. And I mean, because if I look at the map I'm looking at, most of the red dots are in Michigan, and the few are in Ohio. But
yeah,
I think how many were at the one beer fest? How many breweries were at the Winter Beer Fest we went to a couple years ago, Brian?
Oh, geez, I don't remember. I know there was over 1,000 beers available.
Yeah, there's over 1,000 beers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think there was a few hundred breweries or something that were added or something like that. Each one's crazy. So yeah, that's what I've told people in different areas, about going to a beer fest, and they're like, oh, I love them. And then I see their numbers and they're like, yeah, we had 200 beers available. And I'm like, that's it?
Yeah.
I was like, geez. I was like, the low end ones are the ones we usually go to have 700, something like that. So it's, quite different. But when we talked to, what's her name from Craft Beer Hound, she said San Diego has a ton of breweries, like around, not too far from there. So,
yeah, I can't remember how many she said there was, but the amount in San Diego is ridiculous.
I guess there's a lot in Texas too. From the guys I talked to.
How's Memphis? How's Memphis looking? Yeah,
a little lower than this. Like I told the guys, we have maybe about 5 or 6 local that I personally know of. So, we're a little behind on the curve on things in the whole Memphis area, but we're getting there.
Nashville's probably got a bunch.
I just did 50 miles around Memphis, and you got 5. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
But they're very good.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. At least it's good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that economically, you could support that many microbreweries, because that seems to be the big thing now. Is there's only so much room on the shelves. I just kind of wonder when the market kind of starts squeezing people out.
Oh, I'm sure people are going to eventually drop off, but a lot of them around us are like, there's a small town, 30 minutes from me called Tecumseh, and then a guy opened a brewery there, and it's like, it's that little town's tap house, and that's where people go to get beer now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they kind of can support themselves,
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm sure they'll get like people. If you open up a brewery in Grand Rapids, good luck to you.
Yeah, but even then, the different breweries we went to in Grand Rapids all seem to do pretty good business. But you're right. If you were opening a new one, it's different.
Maybe that's a bad example, because people go there just to drink beer now.
Is life so bad up there?
No, it's just the town is built up.
You motherfuckers try staying sober for a bit.
It's built up to a hipster base now.
Your lives, guys.
At least in Toledo, I'd understand it. That's probably more of the reason there.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
But if you guys want some beer, come on down. Or up.
Or
I
up,
guess.
yeah. Yeah, we'll take you places that you won't be allowed to have Miller Lite, though. Sorry.
They won't let me across the border anymore. So.
Oh, well, that's wise.
Well, border stuff.
Well, we can bring delicious beers up for your wedding.
All right. Done. Get a cube
all the help he can get.
Refrigerated. What's that supposed to mean, BF?
You've just been pretty down about planning your wedding and the cost and everything lately. So I just assumed
it's good late. It's been good lately, but it's not nearly as fun as it sounds. Planning a wedding.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Thought it would be easy and kind of fun.
Has there been any?
It is a lot of fighting.
Has there been any talk of that you should sell your comic books to help pay for it?
Nope.
All right, good.
She stayed away from. She knows a good investment when she sees one.
No, she doesn't. She's marrying you.
She doesn't need me to catch her on that. She's like, that's our retirement.
Right.
That's how we're going to see the world right there.
Sure.
Those comics.
Because
Whether
they draw different cities in them.
Device yeah. No, just it's there's a lot more arguing than I thought there would be.
Yeah.
Everything was good before the proposal. The proposal's nice. Like she got pretty excited for a while after that. And then it immediately starts going downhill on like, okay, let's keep it simple. That sounds good. Like let's not spend too much money on this. Mm-hmm. We are on the same page up until that point, and that was when the two forks we hit a fork in the road somewhere there. And ever since then, it's been fight night. It's not simple anymore. Like none of my family or friends get to come, just her side.
That seems fair.
It's been interesting.
Yeah. That's probably for the best.
We've started to smooth things over. Yeah. I can't disagree between like the four of us here today. Yeah. But if she's here, I'm not admitting that.
Yeah.
Admitting what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This didn't exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we know she won't listen to this because she doesn't listen to your podcast.
She doesn't listen to anything.
Okay, so that's good. Yeah.
Never has.
Wow.
Plus, this deep into the show, she would have been disgusted long ago.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Well, you say that, but really, once you guys edit this, of all the stuff
that's true.
Said we can't include, this is like a 5-minute episode right
Pretty
now,
much.
So it's kind of like a teaser trailer for the next Enthusiastics.
Yeah.
Enthusiastic. That's me and VF are starting the Enthusiastic.
That sounds like a really bad pop band.
It really does.
Yeah. Or like you go around to like high schools and do positive thinking assemblies, you know?
They probably open up for sexy chickens.
Yeah. They wish.
Right.
They wish.
That's a little optimistic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sexy Chickens is going to be playing huge venues, Tony.
For sure.
VF halls or VFW halls and, you know.
Opening for Creed.
Sure, yeah.
Definitely.
Right.
Scott Stapp, whatever. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Right. You guys
how that's shaping up.
Open for him, right, you know, at his garage or whatever. Yeah.
Like, that'd be good. Damn it, Scott. I ordered Chinese food, not a concert. Yeah. Get out of here.
Why can't you have both, Tony?
Get your hands off those wontons.
But I'm so hungry.
It's terrible.
Always eating my damn spring roll, Step. Fuck off.
Like, there goes your tip, dude. I'm not tipping you and giving you the spring rolls. Come on, man. I need gas in my car. Tough luck, buddy. Tough luck.
That's your per diem.
Yep.
Yep, exactly.
Should have let Sexy Chickens open up for you.
Right.
Kingmakers.
Yeah.
The Sexy Chicken of our makers of bands.
Oh, my.
Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think, guys?
What else is on the agenda?
What do we got? Tony, you got any other questions for these lovely chaps?
Well, I did want to bring up something. I didn't, Brian and I were talking about this pre-show. Mm-hmm. That whenever we do an Enthusiast, I always pull up websites and stuff to get everything going. I pulled up graphicnovice.com, which has been updated in a while.
What?
But the last update you have, the very top of the page, was Brian's appearance on Graphic Novice. Mm-hmm. I thought that was very excellent.
Like I say, if you're going to go out on top like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We planned that all along. We kind of, we put it up there and we were like, well, we can't change it until we get on Salty Language, which we know is going to happen for probably 6 or 7 months, so we just got to leave it as it is.
It's a good strategy. Good strategy.
Good. Yeah. I think
it paid off.
I actually thought BF was updating the website all this time, so this is news to me.
News to you.
Now, what if
this is the kind of shit that people quit podcasting over? Yeah.
Now, how do you see why we drink in Michigan?
What if VF actually just updated it with pictures of me every time? Maybe that was just one of his favorite episodes.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean,
fine.
Yeah. Jeez.
Well, I guess you use what sort of falls in your lap for marketing and such. So, I mean, it was never going to get any better than that, right? So
Exactly. Yeah, none of the episodes since have been any better.
Part of it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
Just want to point out Tony's episode was after mine, so.
This is true. Well, Brian, you had to soften the beaches, Brian.
Yeah. It's true. You are a much more aggressive attack than I am.
We only asked Tony to read a big ass thick book. That's all.
I know,
I think
right?
I volunteered myself for that dumb shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, this sounds fun. Oh my god.
Yeah. For those who don't know, they read the book From Hell, and
which I don't regret.
Yeah. And no, I have read it, but I was like, oh, I'm so glad it's not me having to do that because I'd have to go reread it.
Yep. That was a lot deeper than I thought I was going to get.
It's a lot of work.
Donna's probably sitting there, damn it, what didn't I just say, can we read Jessica Jones Volume 2?
Right?
You know what I would have said? Okay, boys, that sounds great.
Yeah, I think if we look back at those, From Hell was probably the hardest read we did. That was
probably.
That was something.
That's a tough read.
I never read it. I had a copy of it, and I don't think if I cracked it, it was when I bought it and it went on the shelf, and I never looked at it again.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, I'd really like an excuse to read that. And like about 10 minutes in, I looked ahead and I was like, oh fuck, the whole book's like this. Like, that's a doozy.
Yeah, it certainly is.
I had difficulties with that one, and rereading the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh yeah,
those were the two I struggled with the most.
Mm-hmm. Crisis was a cakewalk compared to From Hell.
Yeah. No, From Hell took it hands down, like the heavyweight champ by Still Reigning. Yeah, I don't know what we'd have to read to dethrone that one, but
good question.
Dianetics.
Yeah.
War and Peace.
Oof. Yeah, that certainly was a work. So, but you guys powered through it. You championed at the end, and I don't know. I got nothing else.
Professionals.
Yeah, exactly.
Professionals.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when I read that book years ago. Somebody that was at the comic shop I was at after I was done with it said something about how they wanted to read it, and I just gave them my copy because I was like, I liked it, but I knew I'm never probably going to read this again because it's just like you say, it's a work.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I don't know. Like, wouldn't you say that you could get 65% of that from the movie, and that's just good enough when you looked at the at least reading it again, I guess. Once, fine, I did it. Mm-hmm. But if somebody else asked me to come on a show and talk about From Hell, I'm watching the movie, and I'll just direct the conversation to the movie.
I like that idea.
I'll be like, no, you guys all make good points. How do you think that compares to the movie? Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
that's how that podcast.
Yeah.
Wise choice.
Either that or you're finding like the Cliff Notes of it online or something, or From Hell for Dummies, something like that,
Hopefully those would exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably someone who's written something, like that for long graphic novels, I bet, to help out. Because,
let's go to the Wikipedia.
Yeah. I like this idea. Or
I had to understand some of it.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I was say, go listen to, the Graphic Novice episode where you guys talk about it.
If you, I guess you could do that.
I don't know
how accurate that.
I don't pay attention to episodes of other people's shows unless I'm on them. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That was three guys claiming to have read it and just making up stuff.
That would be great.
And then Johnny Depp did that thing.
Yeah,
with Heather Graham.
That would be kind of a funny idea to take something like just read like very small snippets through the book or something, and then sit down and have a conversation of what you think happened in the book. Because
that could be a lot. what if you you take a book and you read the last few pages and then you speculate during the podcast on what the whole book was about?
That's how I like to do book clubs. It is. You know?
That could be fun.
That's what I did for the Jessica Jones one. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, just read the couple pages of the last issue and just guessed the rest of the way. Nailed it.
That's what Craig does every time.
Yeah, exactly. That's who I got the idea from.
Right on target.
Yeah. I feel like I've been doing that for 99 episodes of Graphic Novice.
Yeah, it was weird when I was on your show talking about Jessica Jones when he just kept redirecting everything to the TV show. So, no, I'm kidding.
Well,
yeah, he was saying Purple Man. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah.
Everybody has their shtick. That's just a character I play on the podcast.
Right.
Naturally, I've read books. I just have to keep up the guise of a guy who says he's going to do stuff for the podcast and then doesn't do it. That's the lovable character people have come to know.
Right.
Yes.
And are going to be sad to see go. It'll be nice, though. You know, like Stephen Colbert was able to leave that behind. You can go out there and just be you now. You know, you don't have to be a character anymore.
I think that'll be a big relief for the both of us.
Yeah.
Finally leaving our characters behind.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I bet.
Yeah.
Maybe
Still
not.
listening?
What?
If I drink Kool-Aid.
I was reading something, sorry.
Yeah, of course. Because what better time to catch up on your book reading?
Yeah, he's reading from hell while we're talking. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I had some questions for you guys, but I didn't write them down.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember them right now.
Perfect.
So that's good podcast.
It is. It's very
This is
good.
the kind of stuff. This is why I'm quitting.
Yeah, this is the kind of reason why VF is frustrated with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
VF's moving on, and it's kind of like the old athlete that hung on too long. I'll be in the stands cheering for everybody.
Yeah. It's understandable though. At least you by doing these episodes like you are, it's like doing the last tour around the stadiums before you go. You know, all the different fans get to give you a good send off and whatever before you ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, it's nice, and I felt like I owed it to people. You know.
Yeah. Do you think your number will get retired?
Listens and sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, there's that one guy that listens to us and is really supportive. So for him, you know, we gave him a long swan song.
Yeah.
But the real victim here is VF because he thought he had a place to go, and you know, I feel bad for how this all went down for him because now he's retiring in his prime. Basically.
Yeah, that's too bad. It is. Yeah. I don't know.
You win some, you lose some, you know.
Yeah.
Your first game, you get out, you break your leg, and you can't play anymore, you know.
Yeah.
Happens.
Yeah.
Well, at least you get the retired minimal head trauma.
Well, let's not. We're not sure about
That's
that.
the bright side.
He did podcast with Nickel for a long time, so he may have head trauma from that.
Maybe
It's mental head trauma, maybe. Yeah.
Just slamming his head against the wall. No, I kid.
Yeah, no, it's true. I'd like to interject and defend myself, but you're bringing up nothing but truths.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's not easy. I mean, there used to be three of us, and one of us quit because of one of the other of us. And you guys are striking a chord here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And VF keeps getting asked on other podcasts, so I think it's pretty easy to figure out the math, you know, as a numbers guy. Yeah.
But as an economist yourself.
Yeah.
Extremely easy.
I see the supply and demand here. You have a lot of supply, but the only demand is for VF, so I understand. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? Sexy wardrobe.
It is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we helped by promoting, you know, that he goes around in that too. So that's, you know.
It's true.
Hopefully he'll sign on
It has,
somewhere.
yes.
I just hope I don't see you on, like some really sad tour where you're doing autographs at, like 7-Elevens or something like that,
Quit before it gets to that, yeah.
They're never bad signings.
Like, hey, look, I get a bunch of free.
That's the attitude.
That's the people.
Yeah. I get all the hot dogs
Know
I
your
can
roots.
eat. Yeah.
It's better than what Scott Staff's got going on.
Dogs.
Yeah. Oh, my. All right. Well,
I'm getting closer to my fans.
Yeah,
by
he's
doing
not getting hot dogs.
Scott Stapp or VF?
Scott
So I'm getting
Oh,
hot
okay.
He's
dogs.
just hanging out outside the 7.
I was going to say,
Yeah, you're getting hot dogs.
VF's a better negotiator than that. He'd get hot dogs. Yeah.
Good, definitely.
Yeah. With mustard. That's a little throwback to one of our other enthusiasts
It's true.
a couple episodes ago. Yeah. So, all right. Well, do you guys have anything else? Or if not, I think we'll just wrap her up here.
Like Jerry
Sorry, guys,
Springer,
it's
do you have
got-
any final thoughts?
Out
Yeah.
a bit, so I'm not as smooth as I
Oh,
am.
yeah. That's all right. No?
Oh no, I'll just say thanks for having us on, guys. I know it's been months in the making
Yeah.
to get us.
It
all
certainly
together.
has.
A
true.
little harder than it probably should have been. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
that's how it all worked out. But it's pretty cool to finally be on not an official salty language. I
Right,
know, that'd have been
No,
great.
we're not
but,
good enough for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
But
Well, we have
settle
to-
for
Yeah.
enthusiast.
We have to do a bunch of these enthusiast shows as part of our contracts, and we're supposed to promote other network, people. So, it's just how it works out,
Fine print and
we
stuff.
appreciate the push.
Yeah. Liel's a real,
I just want to go on record as
beast.
every time one of you motherfuckers couldn't show up, I was sitting there with my head set on, being like, "Are we recording tonight, guys? Are we gonna do it?"
There was one of the nights when you could record, but you said VF couldn't and Tony couldn't. And I was thinking that you and I should just record and just do voices for the other two.
I've been working on my VF voice, so that could have panned out.
Yeah,
I think that would have been good.
Flawless, I'm sure. Yeah.
We would have full control of the Tony and VF personas.
And
That would have been
all
good.
the lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the lasers. Finally wrestled them from Tony.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can get behind this. Yeah.
Damn it, it's a coup.
Yeah, I knew I didn't have many podcasts left in me, so there I was, just sort of eagerly awaiting somebody to podcast, and you guys just kept canceling one by one. Every night somebody new.
Yeah. Well, that's
Me
our
just
strategy
sitting there with
normally.
my wedding dress on.
Yeah, we like to big time, potential guests and stuff, so they know where they fall in our, we like to just be the, feel like the stronger show. So it's nothing personal.
When you
It's
are
just,
who you are, you do what you do.
yeah. It's not what I thought you were going to
Or,
say.
out of respect for Beagle, you do what you boo.
You do you, boo.
Yeah, great. Now I think we have to pay him royalties for the episode. I'm cutting that out. So
Yeah, he got some time. He got some time in there.
yeah, I don't like it. So if the
Promoted.
what?
Sorry, no. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if the children's at home want to check out what you guys have done or the last few episodes of Graphic Novice, where should they go to find everything?
I don't know.
Well, they
VF?
can find us on Twitter at Graphic
Where do they find
Novice,
us?
and I am at VF Graphic Novice. You can download us on iTunes, Stitcher. What else are we part of? Anything else we could download? Download Stitcher and iTunes and Geek Life Radio. Yeah. Occasionally we'll throw up an episode of
No, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
sort of like our website, exactly. Yeah.
Episode 34 of Graphic
you can
Novice.
go to the website.
Yeah,
Like it's like a classic rock station, but
Yeah.
for graphic novels.
right.
Yeah, it's the hit.
Some of the other things we have going on now include the so there's the old cabin porn auction that's
Nice.
coming up.
Nice.
We're going to do that. We've got the entire Graphic Novice library, if you will, coming out on cassette. So they can the logistics of vinyl.
Yeah,
transferring everything to vinyl.
I'm gonna wait until vinyl. Yeah,
but
I don't think I'm the only one secretly hoping for a full circle Creed Power Hour Part 2.
Ask and thou shall receive. I think that can happen. That can happen easier than you think.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm looking on Spotify right now to see if it's on there.
Oh my!
I sure hope so.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Craig still has to record 96.1.
96.9.
Sounds like a radio station.
What's that? 96.9. We have 96.9. It's the sex episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to record that one. That's Brager, the First Lady of Space Violence,
and you,
myself, and VF.
Yep.
Maybe VF.
No, not maybe.
Probably not VF. We have that. We have that left to do.
We still have to get. We still have to get Doc and Fred to at least finish up bringing out the Fred. We still have to at least get our Walking Dead trade up to the hundreds.
Right.
We've got some Walking Dead episodes left, and then we wanted to do like a roundtable episode with everybody who wants to come on. So just Michael Leal is the only one that's taken us up on that one. So because he wanted to get to 5 guest appearances.
Oh, right.
I would for sure hop on if you have an open microphone area.
Yeah.
Region.
Yeah, we'll probably do that. We just wanted to sort of invite everybody on and tell the listeners and us how Graphic Novice inspired you, sort of thing.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll have to. It's going to be tough to narrow it down to just one thing, So,
right.
That's okay. No, we don't want you to narrow it down. We want you just get them all out there. Okay. Don't hold back.
All right.
Please let us know when this is happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We will. Sure.
In like 6 months.
Right.
Now, VF's got an expiry date. We're gonna have to pack these in pretty quick.
Yeah,
he's fancy for retirement. So we got that, and then 2 more regular episodes, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess that's it.
So that'll take you at least through about 2019 or so.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 2019 for sure.
Yeah,
you guys will be
excellent.
There's no way this thing creeps into 2020.
Right.
That's a guarantee.
That's right out. Yeah, it can't happen. Yeah.
No, for sure. We just will stop if it gets to 2020.
Will the technology allow you to, though?
Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, a lot of things change. You never know. Might have to keep going at 2020. Play it by ear.
It'll just be like your guys' frozen heads down the road doing a podcast.
Against our wishes.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Thanks to our robot puppet masters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, listen to that.
I actually, I'd probably listen too. Yeah. Well, we may not have a choice. It's the robot overlords or something. They may just force us to listen to it.
Also that.
Yeah.
Clear. I would guess.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Well, I didn't get to hear it because it was cutting out there, but I'd like, all seriousness aside and sarcastic, it's an honor to come on your show. Love listening to you guys. It's fun just listening to you guys talk, even when you're on the show. And thanks so much for having us on. It's great.
No problem. That didn't sound read off of a card at all. So thanks.
Yeah, I wrote it down. So.
Yeah, it's like my manager handed me this.
I couldn't even write it. Seriously, I had Jen write something nice.
Sure.
I was like, hey, Jen, this isn't coming up right. Can you try to write something nice?
I need you to punch this up a little.
Yeah.
Actually, what would be funny is if you listen to
why he disconnected a minute ago.
Yeah. If you listen to other shows I was on, it's the exact same speech on any show I go.
Oh, no. It's the have a nice summer.
So
yeah.
I'd like to thank podcast name here. Oh shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's you guys.
Yeah. It's like, thanks for having me on, and he has our name written on his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salty Language is the rockinest podcast in the land. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. Tony, what do you got? Any final stuff?
It's been a long time coming, and I'm glad we finally got to, get all four of us together.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, definitely, man.
For sure.
Thanks guys.
Yep. Thanks.
Well, thank you.
Go away, kid. You bother me.